Hello everybody, welcome to the Ftog server. Infinity Evolved, ToddytheBody here. So, I am recording this intro again. I've actually done the episode already. When I went back to edit and all that, it seems that the first take, the first 3 minutes, it like recorded video wise the first couple seconds, and then it stayed on like one still, like a screenshot. Like, you could still hear me talking. I recorded all the audio, but as far as the video, you would just be watching me just stand there, like if I was just starting the episode. So, let me try to recap what happened in the first 3 minutes. All I was doing, well, all anybody usually does is just talk about what they're going to do for the episode. So you'll see some things here that we are yet to do in the episode. This pretty much over here. When we come back from the take, in the next take, you'll hear me talking about doing something with Steve's Factory Manager and getting armor on me and stuff like that. I was trying to get it where you can use, if you look inside here, I've got the cable camouflage inside the advanced cable cluster, redstone receiver, advanced inventory relay, and I try to use Steve's Factory Manager to replace my armor with the hazmat suit when I just give it redstone signal. That's what the redstone receiver does, and then the inventory relay will interact with inventories, and the advanced inventory relay will interact with entities like players. So that's what we kind of talk about. Also, what I talk about is that Nonsanity made a dragon dimension, so you can get a bunch of dragon hearts. Let's see what we got here. I've got 13 of my own. And yeah, so I didn't have the best equipment to do this. I was getting hurt, I wasn't killing anything, so I made this crossbow, and then I was able to kill stuff, and I upgraded my leggings and my helmet to the quantum instead of the nano. So I think that about covers it. I hope you enjoy the episode. We are going to finish automating creating plutonium. And afterwards we have a few more minutes, so I like give a tip on how to get essence, which I know a lot of people probably know, but maybe there are some people out there that don't. And also after that we go check out Samsel's awesome spaceship base. So enjoy. So check it out. You stand over here, you hit the button, puts the stuff in your inventory, but it doesn't put it on you, so fail. So I just thought I would leave that in the video just so you can see that it doesn't work. Don't try it. Take that off, and I guess we'll just put that back. Okay, so on to bigger and better business. Yeah, we need to just get rid of this whole group. Switch gear. Hey, why didn't it just delete everything? Alright, put it all back in there. All I was actually coming in here for was to change this before I forgot. I want everything looking the same. And there we go. Okay, so I lit one. I didn't even really show you what we have here. So we started this last time. I think before we, or after we ended the episode, I figured out the whole enrichment crafting thing. Let me show that to you. So I have a condition here, and if this is false, which is, okay, so I have this so that, let me right click it, 99. So that means that if this, it's going to continue crafting the enriched uranium, but if this gets to 999, then it will stop the crafting process and then just start filling up the barrels. I did that because I didn't want these two items to be continually fed into this chest and then fill it up. And 999 is what I chose because that's the biggest number that you could put into the condition here. And then the next condition, if it's true, I have it picking the little pile here of uranium, and it's saying that if there's 3 of them in there, then it will go ahead and take the 3 of the tiny things and then the 6 of the bigger ones, and then put it into the buffer chest, and then it'll go through the crafting process. So with that, now it waits until there's a 3rd one here before it takes 3 and then 6 and then puts it in here and then crafts it, puts it in here, and then adds it to the canning machine, which will then add it to this number right here. So we have 767 of those fuel rods right now. Put that inside there. So if we come look at this, alright. So this is the pattern that I'm using, and it's just so that I can get these fuel rods, and then we're gonna pump them out, and we're gonna automate that process also. And I made a couple chests. This is the chest that we're gonna add this to this chest, and then we are going to have another chest here, which I actually went ahead and made. And now that we have the inventory stuff on the floor, I can put it there. And then the depleted rods are going to be pumped out and then added to this chest, which will then be moved to the thermal centrifuge. It will turn into its component parts, and then I'll have another barrel here, which I do need another barrel for the tiny piles of uranium. Okay, so we have the tiny piles of uranium. We are going to need the piles of big uranium. So that's that one. And I think the iron dust will just send back to our system, so we'll send it there. Okay, so now let's get these parts pumping in and out. I believe I have 2 nodes here. I do. I want to get my fancy suit on. There we go. And I want to get a couple filters. Okay, so one of the filters, I do have this one here. I do have the uranium rods because, I had it already. I had to wait until this got done before I would get a sample to put into the other filter. So we will take that out. Let's get our filter down, and then now we have that set. Okay, so this is going to be the out, this is going to be the in. So now I need the 2 chests, and probably a couple pieces of pipe too. There we go. And we'll close this off just so I can keep track of it. I want the chest so that we can see it. So this is the in chest, and put a node on there, and then see if we can click on there. Alright, and then that is that. And then we want to put, come on now, broke out the other side. I want it to look symmetrical. So I made one of these retrieval nodes, but then as I was getting ready for it, I was like, why did I make that? I can just use a regular node. But the reason is because I want it to look the same. Okay, so this is going to be an out, and it's going to start pulling everything out of there as soon as I put the node on, so we'll have to be quick. There we go, and let's get that. Awesome. Take those out and then put them back in where they go. Okay, and then you should be getting all of those. Please pick up the rest. Did you run out of space? You didn't. So what's the problem? Oh, you got them. Okay. There and there. So now that we have that side going, let's come over here and start pumping them into the machine. So this is where we want it to go. So we want to go from this barrel to that chest. So let's go and come back here. Let's make another node. We're going to start doing the, we'll call this one reactor because it has to do with filling and emptying the reactor. Reactor. Save, and then let's go inside here. We need a trigger, an input, and an output like normal. There we go. And then let's see, we want to input from this barrel, I sure hope, without testing. And then output into the ender chest that is green, lime green, green. Okay. Green, lime green, green. Always makes me nervous, but here we are. Alright, so we should see these emptying, and we are. And they're emptying into there. Awesome. And then let's go and check over here. There we go. And it should be filling up in all the appropriate spots. And then we'll just keep this on. Just like that. And then that will make our depleted rods for us. Alright, so now let's deal with our depleted rods. We need to come down here. Our depleted rods should be inside this chest, which they are. And then now I need to pull out of this chest and put into the thermal centrifuge. And then after that I need to deal with what comes out of the thermal centrifuge. And I think that, let's just look. Here, I'll get out of there. We'll just hit the U button on here. And okay. So I already have a place for the uranium, so I don't have to do that, and then I'll just have to send the iron dust and the plutonium. Okay, well let's at least get that started. So we're going back here, thermal centrifuge. This one here. We want to input. Do I have this set on a filter? I don't. Good. Alright. So I want to input from... No. I'm going to have to make a new one to output. No, I can do this. Okay. Input from this chest. And I think that's it. It's going to start doing it, isn't it? Yep, there it goes. Am I wrong? Oh, it's heating up. Okay. So then now we have to get the outputs real quick. So we just need to make, this is the input, we need to make 2 more outputs. Actually, let's only make 1 more output. There, and there. And this is going to be, it's going to take from the centrifuge. Okay. And then we need to set a filter for plutonium for the small pieces. And then we need to output to the last, not the last chest, but this chest right here. And then there, the plutonium will go inside of that one. And then now we need to find the one that takes the stone dust. And here we are. And then we'll just add iron dust. Alright, and then the iron dust will go into our system. We'll have it smelt later on. We'll send it to the ore factory room or something like that. Okay, so now as we get plutonium, this should be going up, and then we'll start getting some right here, and then we'll right click on it and lock it and everything once it gets inside there. Once that happens, we need to set an auto crafting for plutonium. So let's just name this PLUT for plutonium. Alright, get everything all together here. And then let's see, trigger. Let's do in condition. This one's actually going to take a little bit longer. Let me get this done so you don't have to see me fumble through it, and then I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and it looks like we have a couple pieces of plutonium here. Nothing in there. Let's look into our system and see if we have the iron dust. We do have the iron dust, and this plutonium did not craft. So let's see if I can figure out what I did. Oh, I didn't do the trigger. Okay, so what we have here is similar to the uranium. This condition says that in the last inventory, if there are 999 of those, then it will stop the crafting and moving all that. But if it does not have 999, then it will go on to this. And what this is looking for is in the small plutonium inventory. If it sees that there is 9 in there, then it will go ahead and pull it out and then output it into the buffer chest. And then once it's in the buffer chest, it will pull out of the buffer chest, go into the crafting, and craft the bigger piece of plutonium and then output into the last barrel. So once we do this, we should see all of our small plutonium disappear and then craft into this. So then we had 27 before, 27 times 9, not 9, 27 divided by 9 is 3. So there we go. Now this is set. As long as we keep our world anchor set, as long as we have fuel rods and all of that, then this will continually make plutonium for us. We don't have to come check on it. If I wanted to start crafting with this, I can just set it to pull out of this barrel and add into our system. And then we won't ever have to really revisit this base again. We could just quarry, have the quarry, our uranium ore is already automatically sent here, and it will process and then come back to us. So this is pretty much, aside from the plutonium being sent back to our system, this is a auto plutonium making base. So we are done with this. Let me check the time and see if we have any more time to be redundant for anything else. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so we're here on where our old tree farm used to be. We're not going to do anything too important, so I want to say thank you for sticking around and watch the last little bit here. So fighting with the dragons, I'm up to, if you can see on the bottom, 247 levels. I don't have a mob farm that creates essence. So I was thinking I would do this old trick, and maybe there would be some of you out there who don't know it. I might need glass. Ooh, glass panes? No, not glass panes. Yeah, let's just get plain old glass for now. I can't help myself. I don't want the glass blocks. I want something a little slimmer. Okay, so that's not going to work. We need a saw. And that saw is right there. There we go. Okay, so that's what we'll use. Oh, come on. There we go. We're just gonna waste it because we've got it. Awesome. Oh! I thought it would break. I guess not with micro blocks, huh? Okay, so the trick, in case you don't know, like I said, I realize that there are probably tons and tons of people that don't know. You can take experience out of you and then use this thing to sprinkle it into the sewer, and then we are just going to take the essence that the sewer makes and then put it into the barrel. Okay, so I hope this works, because I hope you don't have to put this on an open blocks tank. So let's see. Okay, there it is. So it starts pulling the stuff out, and I'm not going to do all of it. As you can see, I stood there for a bit. And we got 22 buckets already, and I'm still at 247, so we're going to have tons of essence. I'm going to have to upgrade this little bit of storage here, and maybe we can use that essence for something else. So there's a little tip for you. One more thing I want to show you, which I think deserves to be shown, because I was they're actually talking right now. They're not talking about it, but Samsel, I was hanging out with Samsel. Where am I going? Let's go back to spawn. Alright. If I can get my bag open here. Oh no, that's not... Okay. here, here, and then we'll hold on to the glass, and I'll do something with that later. Okay, so I was hanging out with Samsel the other day, and I was taking a look at his base, and I think that this should be like a PvP arena. Let me just warn him real quick. Samsel gonna... Oh, shit. And we'll wait for an objections or permission. Okay. Okay. So I think this looks like someplace, like, remember, like, Quake? This looks like a Quake arena, and I mean that as a compliment. I hope you don't take it as an insult. I mean, this is freaking awesome. Like, this is just a room. I was just walking around here the other day, just getting lost. Just walking around. Like, I'm sure that this is going to be something. And, but it just looks cool, like, just how it is. Like, imagine if you're running around with bow and arrow or, like, the needle gun or something. You're like you can't, like, duck, really, in Minecraft. But, like, you know, you're taking out corners over here and up there and just waiting for people to come down. But while you're looking this way, people are firing at you from this corner over here. You got some machines back there just for decoration. I know they're not decoration. This looks like a bar. But anyways, just check out this base and check out his channel. I'll go ahead and link it below. I'm gonna link the first video of him starting to build this, and this just looks like, have you seen a base like this before? Okay. Oh, let's go look at the outside real quick. We had to kill the villager of tomorrow, or whatever it's called, to get this. But look, you could even come out here and, like, you could battle out here. There's plenty of places to hide. Is this... Okay, this goes back inside. Is this tower... Oh, it's the reactor. Okay. But anyways, awesome base. I would love for Samsel to give us permission to do some PvP here. But yeah, server's about to restart. Let's go ahead and end it here. Be sure to check out, not screenshot. Be sure to check out everybody else's channel. Check out the spaceship here. Check out Samsel's videos. And everybody. And I think we're all doing a great job here. It's really cool to be in a very active place. And there he is. Hello, Samsel. See you later. Bye bye.